everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm here with Dakota and we're going to do a haul today that I've got in the week, and I'm going to show it in a different way. I'm going to show it on the babies, most of it. Isn't the weather awful? I needed to, hopefully I wasn't too close to the microphone then. Lexi wants to go out in the night, so she goes to the patio door, in the balcony door, and I let her out, and she's got a little doggy toilet on the balcony. And I turned away from the door, and she was there straight away, like, and you could see it in her eyes, please let me in. I'm thinking, so I'm going to go in your box, because that's her signal to go and use her little loo. And she's looking at me like, no way. So I thought, oh bless, she wants to come back in. So I opened the door, and it wouldn't open. The wind was so strong, because the door opens outwards, that the door wouldn't open, and it took a few seconds, and it felt like ages because the dog was the other side. So of course I'm doing a mummy panic then. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? No wonder she wants to come back in. She's probably gone out and thought to herself, oh, I'm not liking this, I'm coming back in, where's mum? And it's a good job I looked back for some reason, because normally if she wakes me up like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was, some ridiculous hour, I'll put her on the balcony to use the loo, and then I'll go and put the kettle on, and then I'll come back and let her in. And normally she likes to go and sit by the glass and have a little sit for a minute and have a little look around before she comes back in, or sometimes she'll be looking through the glass waiting for me no matter how quick I am. But last night it was like 2 seconds out, back, look at the door, and she's just looking at me, and it was the look in her eyes like, ooh, let me in. Right, I'm slightly organised today. I feel a bit better today, a bit better in myself. I've been feeling rough ever since I went to physio. I don't know what happened. I think she might have started some sort of flare, but I've had terrible brain fog, back pain, awful. It's been awful. I've been really sort of trying my best to be chirpy through it, but it's been a bit of a struggle. But this morning I've woken up feeling a little bit better. I just feel a little bit washed out still. But my brain fog is better, and my pain levels are better. I can still feel it, but it's nothing I can't deal with, and just try my best to ignore as much as possible. But I hope you're all well, and the warning is yellow at the moment. I think it's going to go up later, back to amber, but they are saying don't go out today if you don't have to. And looking out my window, I wouldn't bother, though we have got actually quite a lot of traffic, usual Sunday traffic, so people are probably getting anything they need to be done before it gets too bad perhaps. And obviously some people work, like shops and things like that, so and maybe they might be checking on elderly relatives or making sure the kids are all right or whatever. So there's always a need to go out, but I'm glad it's Sunday today, because it's my younger son's day off today, because he does 2 jobs, bless him, and in the evenings he delivers takeaways for extra money. And last night I was thinking, oh, I hope you're home. I hope you haven't had to go out into any country areas and things like that in the pitch black and winds, falling trees. Mummy worries. He's 27, but they still could sit him on your lap if you want to. If you were able to, you'd still sit them on your lap, wouldn't you? However old they get. But yeah, thankfully today is his day off, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be better. Yes. So back to Dakota. Doesn't she look like Carmen Miranda? Now, I'm too young for Carmen Miranda, even though I'm old, or older. I refuse to say old until I'm like 70, but I'm older. I'm 59, as you know. Isn't it funny how we repeat things just in case somebody new comes on or sees the video or hasn't known something? So we end up always telling about ourselves and our babies and what sculpt they are and everything, just to keep it informed. And I don't take any notice when anyone else does it, but it's just an interesting point, isn't it, that we do end up repeating a lot of things just to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about. And it's good in a way, isn't it? Because obviously if you're a newbie, or say you're catching up on a channel, which happens a lot, doesn't it? because life is so busy, we can't possibly get round to everybody as much as we try, is it? I am trying to make an effort this year, as I'm sure some of you will have noticed. I'm trying to make be more of a presence on other channels, but I do my best to try and get to people. But the notifications are rubbish. You know, there's some people I think, maybe I know they're busy in their personal life, so if you don't see a notification come up for their channel, you just assume they're busy and they've not had time to make a video, and then you think one day, well, I'll pop across actually and just have a look at and see if anything's going on, and they've done 3 or 4 videos in the last, say, fortnight, and you haven't seen any of them, and then you feel a bit guilty then. And Instagram is my worst thing, because I don't have my notifications for anything switched on, because I know it sounds daft, but I have like the important things like Messenger and the phone ringtone and all that kind of thing. Not emails, what you call it, messages, texts. But because I got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then obviously Messenger, talking to my kids and things like that, then my phone would be beeping all day, and it drives hubby around a twist. So I turn the sound off on them. So then I'd miss things then as well. So I don't know, I can't get to things straight away, and then it goes by the by then. So if you're sitting in the living room and somebody else's phone is there and you're watching a program and their phone keeps going ding 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 ding, it would be annoying, wouldn't it? So I don't know what's the best way to deal with that. Maybe put it on, say, from tea time, which for us is around 5 o'clock. Maybe put the notifications, except for important ones, just in case, don't come in after 5 o'clock, and then you can look for things. You can always catch up the next day. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But I do miss out on things, and I don't see things till later, much later, because I don't have them switched on. So if you've ever thought I've missed you and not seen something, my apologies. It's because that's why. That's why. So I'll have to find a way around that, won't I, really? And of course I'm doing other things, and I only get a few hours each day, that I've got any energy to do anything. And then after that, sometimes I'm so tired and I think to myself, I'm willing to write an email back to somebody, or answer a message, or it'll be my kids, I'll start a conversation. And much as I love them more than anything, I'm just so tired, and I need to rest, that I can't, my words are all over the place. I can't think what to say, and then I end up sending emails or messages, and they're not really the best of messages, but I'm trying my best, and I don't know how to deal with it. I just wondered if any of the rest of you, because a lot of us are getting older, and there's a lot of us on here who've got things wrong with us and illnesses, and dealing with maybe family members that are ill and that kind of thing, and they take up our time, and it's just a nightmare, isn't it, trying to keep up with it all. And I won't let it stress me, you see. So I was like, well, I'll just have to deal with it when I get to it, because I'm doing my best, and I'm not going to get myself worn out and stressed because I'm struggling to, and be struggling to keep up. I just do the best I can. Right, so let's get back to the important things now, which is Dakota. Doesn't she look adorable? Now, when I first painted Dakota, I wasn't 100% sure about the paint job I did on her. And now I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, oh, she's adorable. And it does that sometimes, doesn't it? I was the same with Abby. And I was like, when I painted Abby, she's my Katie Marie toddler, I hadn't painted a doll for, I would hazard a guess, say 3 years, just for the thing. And so when I started to paint her, I it felt like new again. I was out of practice, and it felt a bit thing, and I did my best. And then when she was painted and I rooted her, and it was the first time I'd rooted human hair, and I looked at her and I thought, well, she's absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not 100% sure about her cheeks, and I thought that I should have done them just slightly less, and I still feel like that with her, but I love her to bits now. I'm used to her. It's her. She's individual, and it doesn't matter what you make, whatever it is. It can be knitting, a reborn, sewing, any other thing that you do. Not everything you do turns out perfect, does it? Or your best work. For some reason, some things don't turn out that way, do they? And then when I painted Jameson, I looked out for the mistakes I felt I'd made with Abby, and he came out just beautiful. He's a beautiful boy. He looks like he should be in a choir. You know, he's got this angelic face. He's absolutely gorgeous. But then I put them together now, and it's like her face now, with her little cheeks and everything, it suits her, the personality she seems to have, because obviously we make them more realistic, don't we, once we've created them, or you know, someone else has created them for us, and then they take on human characteristics, because that's what we're looking for, the realism. So it isn't an odd thing or a weird thing, I don't think, to say that they have like personalities, because in a way they do, because you're looking at you know, a copy of a human being, and expressions and mannerisms, and the way, you know, the hands are and the movement it gives them and everything. It's just like a person, isn't it? So it isn't an odd thing, I don't think, and they're all different and they're all quirky, and then they love them. And then like now, I look at Dakota now, and she just looks gorgeous. So it just goes to show, you know, you cannot judge your own things, can you? You know, because you and I think if you try too hard, it's bad as well, because like with this one, you want this sculpt for a long time, and then you get it. So the first thing you do is you think, how am I going to paint it? And you're looking at it, and I always hold it up and look where the shadows fall and things like that, and I look at pictures of them online to see ones that have turned out really good, ones that have not turned out so good, what sort of colouring and things like that people have used, and then it sort of gives you an idea. It helps me visualise how I think the baby should look, or you know, how I'm going to progress with the painting. And then with this one, she's got such a sweet little face. I just wanted her to look like a sweet little girl, because I wanted a sweet little girl baby, you know, because Scarlett's adorable, but she's like quirky looking. I don't care if anybody says, she is quirky looking. She's adorable, but she's not got a girly face, is she? She's like a little girly tomboy, but gorgeous, you know, to me, in my nursery. And then this one now, she's dainty and girly, isn't she? So she's like my little girly girl, which is what I wanted. So I'm really pleased with that. So now let's get on to the important things, which I was going to just now. But you know me, I get distracted so easily. And I've always got so much to say that it all goes out the window. But it won't be going out the window today. It's horrible outside. I'll keep it all indoors. Right, so I'll tell you what she's wearing. Now, this is from the Tiny Angels boutiques again. And this order came earlier in the week. And because I've had 3 orders recently, I felt a bit awkward about putting another haul on. Because, you know, I didn't, even though I've not spent a lot of money, I felt like I didn't want anyone to think that I was like showing off, you know, with clothes and things like that. You know, I felt a bit uncomfortable. But then today, I decided I'd change her into this, and she looks gorgeous. I thought it would brighten up the day. You know, it's such a fun little outfit. And I thought I'd put it on, and I thought that's going to be so nice on Dakota. It's you know, nice and girly and everything. She looked nice on her, and I put it on, and it's absolutely adorable. And then I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do a video, but what I'll do is I'll put some of the clothes on the babies, and then we can make it more fun then, can't we? And you can actually see them modelled by the babies. So I've got a few things left, that obviously, because I can't wear everything. So I thought I'd show you. So she's wearing, Dakota's wearing one of my washerwomen headbands off eBay. And then this long sleeve onesie is in an off-white, and I can't remember where it comes from. I did put it down this time. No, it doesn't say on there. I printed off the invoice. Excuse me a minute, I'll just take it away. Well, that's her vest. There's no label nearby that I can... Sorry, I poked you in the eye, sweetie. There's no label nearby that I can see to grab quickly, but on the front it's got seahorses, or try not to be too close to the microphone, and like a snail shell, and tropical fish, and another shell, and a flower. Must have flowers under the sea, look. Starfish, and all sorts of seasidey things with sprinkling of flowers, all in pretty greens and lilacs and purpley colours, really pretty. And then on the bottom she's got loads and loads of layers of tulle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 6 layers at a quick count there, and it's all in a lovely orangey coral colour, and then they've contrasted it with pink on the top, and looks really lovely, doesn't it? It's really nice. Look at her face now. Oh, what's mine doing to you? There you go. It's still not right, is it? Do you ever do this when you go to do photographs and then you're all over the place trying to get the different angles? And I move the camera around as well, like trying to do my best, arty photographing them, and trying to get different angles. And sometimes you do an angle and you think, oh, that's wonderful, that's really cool. And other times you're like, I just can't get this right today. And then my ever trusty, that little dainty foot, look in my hand, look, you can't really see, but she's got such tiny feet. Little neck socks there. So she looks really sweet, doesn't she? I nearly put a white headband on her a white headband on her first, and then luckily I noticed this one, and I thought, that's nice and sort of cheerful and bright. Yeah, the Carmen Miranda thing. It's not that I'm really old or anything like that, but I've been watching some old biographies on YouTube. I've got Rita Hayworth on at the moment. I just left it running while I've come and do this, so I have to go back to it in a minute. And of course, they have the things on the side, don't they? So you have all these people that you don't know anything about, and some you've heard of, obviously. And then she was on the side there, and I thought, my headbands. Even though she's got a bowl of fruit or whatever it is, some kind of concoction on her head. It reminds me of that, part Washerwoman, part Carmen Miranda. I have got the right lady, haven't I? Oh, right, so I've got the prices today, and I've got it right. And this little mermaid onesie, tutu concoction was £1.49. You can't go wrong for that, can you? And then I've got a couple of loose things. The couple of things I got was, just got a bit of fluff off there. Anyway, I'm going to show the ladies that, show you aunties. And this is Jasper Conran cardigan. It's newborn. It's lovely. Look at the little pockets. Can put their tissue and their little snack money in there, can't they? And it's got the, not that I'm into designer things, but it's fun now and again, isn't it? What's it called? Little embroidered. And how have they done it? What's that say? Junior J. I was going to say, it doesn't look like Jasper. Junior J. And that was £1.99, and it's nice. It feels cottony, so that's nice. That'd be really handy because any of the little ones can wear that with a cardi. And then these are next. No, they're not. Beg your pardon. They're nutmeg newborn. It says up to 50 centimetres, £7 5 ounces, but they are actually really tiny. So I was thinking of putting them on my little Romilly, my little Grace. I thought they might go nice for her. I actually thought these were next. No, they're nutmeg. My memory, rubbish, isn't it? So you've got there's like a charcoal colour, and down the bottom you've got little zebras. Aren't they cool? It's looking a bit purpley through my phone, but it is actually like a charcoal grey. And then a pale pinky, it's like a peachy pink. I would hazard that's a peach actually, a pale peach. My eyesight's not brilliant. Now I would say like a peach. Yeah, look at the colours of her outfit. Look, it's peach. So they were the grand total of £1.49. So that's cool, isn't it? And then if I move Dakota, move you, sweetie. I'll just put her up on the bed a little bit out of the way. There you go. I'm really talking to you so you don't get that horrible 2 seconds, which seems like an eternity, where it's quiet and you can just hear somebody shuffling around. And then next is Ethan Henry. There you are, with his eternal quizzical look. Let's move you over a little bit. There you go. Oh, look at him. And I had the hat already. I bought that the other week. I still want a navy one the same as this in newborn. I really like these hats, and I'm really hoping that supplier that I've used for a long time now gets some more in. But this It's a dark colour, this baby grow, so it might be a bit difficult for you to see the detail. But it's a Next baby grow. It's navy blue, and on the front it says beep beep in royal blue, and it's got a little cartoony car on the front. So, and then down the side fastening, and it's got poppers in royal blue. And so I picked out the royal blue hat, you know, to contrast. I thought it was really nice. It looks nice on him, doesn't it? And he's like, what are you looking at me like that for? He's like, so he's trying to look through, isn't it? Like, who's all those ladies out there looking at me? And that was a whole 99p for this baby grow. And then if I dig out Owen Roy, he's wrapped up in a blanket. Him and him and Reuben are sat next to each other down at one end of the crib, and I wrapped both of them in a blanket to protect them and keep dust off them and things. But then when I put them in there, they just fit. So every time I go to take him out, it's a fight to separate him from Reuben, because they're sort of like, they're not jammed together, but they are tight together, if you see what I mean. And it takes a second to get him out. So I just move Ethan. There you go. He said, bye ladies, flying visit. There you go. And then I'll put up Peanut. There he is. Looking a bit far away today. There you go. Sorry, I knocked the tripod as well, didn't I? There you are. Let's put your arm down. There you are. It's a bit better, isn't it? Look at him, like a little bundle. Oh. He's got one of the cream hats I got from Baby Prem. I got two of them, and I just use them for all the little ones, whoever needs it, except for Tristan, because he's got a big head. He has 0 to 3. But they are small enough that they will even fit Grace, because, you know, and then they'll stretch bigger for the newborn size babies. So he's wearing that cream hat, and then he's wearing this, I don't know how to describe the colour. It's turquoisey, isn't it? A turquoisey blue, like turquoise trim, paler turquoisey colour background, and all over it he's got the cutest little planes and clouds. So there he is, laid there fast asleep, dreaming about flying flying through the clouds and the little planes, and thinking of all little boy stuff. And this is a Mini Club sleep suit, and that was next page. There's one thing on the next page, no, two things on the next page. 99p. That was 99p as well, and it's lovely. I wanted some different colours. We don't get a lot of the prettier colours in the UK, do we? I do like the grey and like the muted colours, like the in the aubergine range and dusky pinks and things like that. I do like those sort of colours, sage green and that kind of thing. But then also I like the pretty colours, like the tutu thing that Dakota's wearing. Sometimes I want something a bit brighter, a bit more cheerful, you know. And then other times I quite like traditional. I do really love traditional baby clothes. I love the matney sets and the knitted stuff and the dresses and that kind of thing. But I do like them to look comfy and snuggly, like I used to like my real babies too, to look. And then I like the more formal stuff for like, you know, if you feel like dressing them up, or it's a birthday, or it's, you know, Sunday best, or Christmas, or Easter, or something like that. I like to do that, so that they're like in their scruffs, like Mum, forever in pyjamas, or something similar like loungewear, for comfort around the place. And then you dress up for other things, isn't it? It's just comfy as you get older, isn't it? I just find it's nice today that we can do that, isn't it? Because you know, years ago, like I wouldn't really like to sit around in jeans and things all day today. You know, I like being comfy. I don't like being uncomfortable. So I'll just get Scarlet out. There you go, sweetie. And I'll just pop her down there. And this was my bargain. When I swapped them, I'll show you. It's pretty. Oh, let's put you back at the top of the bed with the others. Doing my sardine thing again. There you go. 3 little babies in a row. See if I can unwind this and I'll show you. There they go. So I get this back in the right place now, because it tends to, I do it and then it drops down again because it's been fixed, hasn't it? So it finds its own place now. It doesn't go where it's supposed to. And then we've got Scarlet, who I tried to mat again yesterday, and it's not been the most successful matting. I need to do a forehead again. Now she's wearing a gorgeous sleep suit that I don't know where it came from. Right, I'm quite interested to see where this one comes from, actually. That's the only reason I'm trying to find a tag, just out of interest, and I can't see one quickly. But this little baby grow is gorgeous. It's got a white background, and the flowers are all in pretty colours. You've got yellow and turquoise and cerise and green leaves, and it reminds you of like tropical, you know, the tropical shirts and just tropical flowers and things like that. So I thought that was nice and bright and cheerful. It's nice on a miserable day like today, isn't it, to have something bright around, a bit more cheerful. And she's wearing the usual scratch mittens where I always get them from, 2 pairs for £1 at Asda, hat from a pack of 3 at Next, 3 for £5, and this baby grow cost me 49 pence. A whole 49 pence, and she still has at least one available last time I looked, because I was tempted to get one for Dakota so they could dress the same. And then I need to, oh, Ruben's still wearing a normal baby grow. I just need to pause a second because I need to go and get 2 more babies. Right, back again. What a kerfuffle. It might be a bit wobbly now. I'm trying to hold my phone at the top of the tripod on. I went out the room, went to get Tristan because I'd forgotten to bring him in, and I knew I had to go and get Seren, but I'd forgotten about Tristan. I'd forgotten he had this top on. And came back in the room. Just as I came back in the room, the top fell off my tripod again. But luckily enough, the tripod bit that holds the phone on, one of those attachment things, that hit the floor first, so my phone is fine. But it's going to be a little bit wobbly now, but I'll try and round up quickly. So yeah, so he's got this top. These are Mini Club, I think, and it's a robot that's supposed to be on the bottom. It says hello, and that's all embroidered. And it's in lovely sort of royal blues and whites. Actually, it's more of a teal, looking at it properly. I was looking at it through the camera and I looked at him. I thought, no, it isn't actually, it's teal. And then there was another one went with it. Sorry for the wobbles. And this is a lovely bright colours. Look at that, with all robots on the front. And the 2 of those were £2.99. And then I'll just pause it again while I get Seren. And there she is. It's making me laugh. Look at the babies behind, look. Looks like a little orphanage and they're all lined up for a feed or a change, doesn't it? But here she is. She's still got her little hat on, her little ears. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And this top she's got is more like a little dress, actually. And it's got like, what do you call that neck? Like a scoop neck or a boat neck, isn't it? Something like they call it. Little sort of slightly puffy top to the sleeves. It's got this lovely scalloped edge around the bottom. Oh, sorry, sweetie. And then a big bow there. And I paired it with, and that cost £2.99. And then I paired it with her red leggings from Christmas, which I got in the sale at Matalan last minute for about £1.50, I think. Socks from my shop, and then the shoes, I bought these for Abby when I first made her from Next Clearance. They only cost like £4 or something, and they actually fit Seren better, so they're now Seren's. Especially to go with this outfit. Yeah, that's it then, really, isn't it? So it's not a bad outfit, is it? So if you wanted to, you know, I always think, because I've got children and grandchildren, I always think how practical it would be if you had real babies. So for £2.99, say £3, £4.50, £8 and a pair of socks, including shoes, you've got a whole outfit that is perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all like new. It's absolutely amazing. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll have to leave it there, as you can see, because I'm trying to hold the top on the let's even take her back a little bit so you can see a bit better. There you go. I'm trying to hold it back so that you can see her, and hold it on the top, holding the whole piece on the top of the tripod. So I'll go for now. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Don't go out unless you have to. And just a quick message to Suzanne from Bunting Babies Nursery, who's struggling with the wet weather over there. She's got a leak in her roof, and it's leaking all into her kitchen and causing lots of damage. So I really hope you're okay. Try not to be too stressed. I am thinking of you, and I hope it can get sorted soon as the rain stops. Then the chappie can come out and fix it for you, hopefully. So take care, everybody. Bye for now. Be cool. Be cool. I don't know where that came from. Be good. Be kind to each other is what I was going to say. Be kind to yourselves and each other. Bye for now. Take care. Bye. Look at my poor tripod. It's headless. I have to glue it back on. I nearly forgot, so I try not to make it too shaky. I remember when I went into the craft room to upload my video. Does anyone remember these cloth bags that we used to get Reaver Chic kits in? They're lovely. They're like a canvasy cotton, and you have a drawstring at the top, and obviously on the front it's got Little Dreams collection. I had a brainstorm yesterday. You know how ideas suddenly come to you? Let's show you Sharon. Hi Sharon. Sharon? Oh, Sharon. I'm in need of food. I've got some toast in a toaster. Toast and honey, lovely. And I had this idea. So I'll show you what I did. I ironed the bag at the top, well, all over as best I could without getting a thing in there. I'm trying not to be too thin. And then, ta-da, I edged it in a scrap of fabric, so it doesn't match exactly, but it's still useful. And I put some straps on it. So if I pan back, so now I have a useful shopping bag, whereas before it was just shoved in the drawer, and sometimes I'd put a kit in it before I painted it, and I should have another one somewhere to make another one out of, but I don't know where I've put it this second. But I thought that was a good idea, and I just wanted to share that with you. And now I'm off to upload, and this might come on a bit randomly in the video, but I'll just add it along somewhere where it seems to fit in mostly. Okay, so bye.